back, week 4 of being on quarantine and shut down. So don't know how long this is going to continue, but we'll try to give a new exercise or at least review every week. It's a little chilly in here since the heat hasn't been on, so let's get right to it. Today I want to review some of the warm-ups and basics and finish 8 pieces of brocade. We've done about 6 so far. And if we have time, I have a few flowing motions, or also I have a request for those who are studying the Northern Wu Tai Chi form to work the first section of it and demonstrate it. So as we get started, the first exercise in Qigong is just standing. It's called the Wu Qi stance. Stand our feet parallel, about shoulder width apart. The knees are slightly flexed. The pelvis is tucked a little bit so that the tailbone is pointing toward the floor. The armpits are open as if holding a marble or ping pong ball. Tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth and the chin is pulled in slightly. And we want to feel an upward pull at the crown of the head so that our spine elongates upward. Breathing is low into the waist with the diaphragm. And feel your connection with the earth. There's points on the bottoms of the feet called the bubbling well or bubbling spring. Imagine that there's roots growing down into the earth and that you can draw energy of the earth up through those roots into your body. Imagine also that there's a spot on top of the head at the crown, and that light from the heavens kind of funnels down through that, through our body, and like a shining rain of light washing down through the body and going into the earth. And that removes any stagnant energy or chi. And the stance is where you get in touch with your body. Start to be aware of your posture. Remember early on I said the 3 initial goals in Qigong: improve your posture, improve breathing, and your mental aspect of focus, also being aware of your thoughts and turning any negative ones to positive. And in this time, as you stand, and they recommend anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes of just standing to really get in touch. And in that time, you're going through your body and looking for areas that are tense or tight and that might feel in need of some extra energy. So you're learning to get in touch with your body, be aware of the different organs. This is a basic Qigong exercise. From here I like to move on to the bouncing and shaking, as it kind of wakes up the body in the morning. And from here we're going to just raise our shoulders up and just relax them, let them drop, and start flexing the knees. Let your arms feel like ropes just hanging from your shoulders. A little bit of a time constraint today, so I'm going to hold this to about no more than 30 minutes. Plus that's about how much I like to work out in the morning. While you're doing this bouncing and shaking, again visualize that white light coming down from the heavens, down through the crown of your head, or just pouring down over your body like a shower. Again, removing any negative energy, emotions, anything you don't want. Think of it just draining down through your feet into the ground. You can do this bouncing and shaking for as long as it's comfortable for you. I typically do about 2 minutes. If you like, you can do this as your whole workout, or like 10 minutes in, and then you'll notice it is a workout just to do this. Now just stand for a few moments in your Wu Chi stance and feel your body. Be aware of any sensations. We did about a little under 2 minutes on the bouncing. And you should notice some maybe warmth or tingling in your hands, your fingers, your arms. And imagine that, try to feel that spreading out from there, moving to every cell in your body. That warmth, that tingling energy. It's like your body is a sponge in a bucket of warm water, and just absorbing every part of your body, absorbing that energy, that chi. We'll take a little wider stance now, starting the first swing. And as we shift the weight from one side to the other, being aware of the muscles in your legs that are working. Turning the hips toward the corner, letting the arms hang like rope. Moving with the movement of your hips. And gradually increasing the turns so that engaging the waist, the lower back. Moving on up so that the shoulders are turning. And finally looking back over your shoulders toward the behind you. Okay, and we're going to finish by bringing our foot in, gathering, bringing the arms up, gathering in energy in toward the heart center, and sinking. Okay, so that gives a gentle rotational movement to the spine, warming up. Going to go a little bit side to side now. Just let your arm slide down the outside of your leg. Stretching the spine laterally. I can add to that stretch by reaching over our head, and holding for a few moments, and the other side. And switch. And switch. And back. Big breath in. I like to use this breath in between each exercise, kind of separating them off, but also getting you in the habit of taking deep breaths whenever you have the opportunity. So we tend to have shallow breathing most of the time, unless you practice. I mentioned early on, I think that by the time you're 70, you have about 1/4 of the lung capacity as you do when you're 20, unless you continually practice deep breathing and use the lungs for their capacity. And if you haven't done that, but you start now, your lungs will improve. So we've done bouncing and shaking, the breathing, spine side to side and rotationally. One more I like to do for the spine is called spinal cord breathing, which also includes a deep breath. So we start with our arms in front of our chest. We stretch way back, inhaling. And then we're going to exhale forward and squeeze and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'll do one more. Inhale and exhale. And finish again with another big, bringing the arms up as we inhale and gather in and sink. And we're focusing on our lower dantian, the point below the navel, as we sink our energy there. So now we've worked the spine pretty well with the neck. And just kind of look side to side, go to one shoulder, the other side, back, and forth. Now drop the chin and roll to the other side. And drop and roll. And drop and roll to the center and bring it up. And I like to make small circles, not too big, with the head. And reverse direction. And that's good. The shoulders, some shoulder rolls backward. And forward. And rotate the wrist a few times inward and then outward. And elbows inward and outward. These movements are just to spread synovial fluid. Okay. Shake our hands out a little bit. You can do any joint with that. You can rotate if you have time, each finger. Do some little movements with the bending the fingers. Have the spider doing push-ups on a mirror type of thing. Working the joints in the hands, keeping them loose. Next one will be the hips. Place our hands on our hips. And keep your head centered. And we're going to move the hips in a circle. Just like a hula hoop exercise. And reverse directions. And feet together, hands on the knees, small circles. And reverse direction. Okay. That's about all the time I want to take on the warm-up this morning, so we can move on to the 8 pieces of brocade. First one, 2 hands hold up the heavens, and interlock our fingers. Inhale as we come up, turn the palms up, and if you can go up on the balls of your feet, holding for about a count of 3. Exhale as you lower your heels and let your arms float down. Inhaling up releasing and exhale. Inhale up. Stretch and hold. Release and exhale. We'll do 2 more. And again, big breath in, gather to the center, and sink. Next one, a wide stance, horse stance. This is the archer, arms up in front of the chest. We're going to take one hand, is going to be our arrow going out, we can point a finger, 2 fingers. The other hand will draw like we're drawing the bowstring back. We're going to start breath in and exhale as we push out, looking off to the horizon. Inhale in and to the other side. Inhale. 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 And last one, inhale. Inhale. Inhale in and sink. On this one, I've had several different ways. Sometimes they ask about breathing. It depends. These exercises have been around about 1,000 years. A lot of variations over the years. I've had several different variations on them and kind of picked the ones that I like. The breathing, I've had this where you exhale on the breath and also where you inhale. So just work it both ways or what's comfortable to you. The next one, separating heaven and earth, we're going to start with our hands up in front of our chest. One palm is going to go down the center line and the other one is going to go up overhead. Inhale, bring the hands in. Exhale as we close. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This one's supposed to regulate the liver and spleen. So as you stretch out, the liver is here, you're stretching, and inhale, and the spleen is on the side. So as you come up, you feel that stretch here, activating those meridians and organs. And 2 more. And last set here. And finish. Next one, we're going to keep our palms down to our side or put them on your hips. This is looking back over your shoulder, Again, I've had it where you exhale as you look and sometimes inhale. So on this one, we're going to inhale. We're going to start by exhaling. Inhale, looking over our shoulder, turning as far as you can, trying to look behind you and actually see behind you. Holding, and then exhaling back to the front. Inhale to the other side. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Finish with the gathering in. And sing. Next one, back to a horse stance. And this one, we turn our fingers toward the inside, thumbs on the outside of your thighs. We're going to shift the weight onto one leg, kind of pushing down. And on this one, we're going to look kind of back over the shoulder. Sink into the center, switch, and look. Sink and switch. Sink and switch. In addition to being good for the legs here, this one is supposed to regulate the heart and the lungs. Switch. 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 And switch. And two more. Switch. And last one. And finish. Next one, it's going to be similar to the first one. And then we inhale up, stretch, and then we're going to exhale, bending at the hips, on down, and if you can, grasp your toes, keeping the legs straight. If you can't get that far down, go for your ankles, behind your calves, even your knees, wherever you can comfortably stretch. And each time you do this, you want to work on stretching a little further. Grab the toes, pull up for a moment. Release. Inhale as we come up. Hands overhead, stretching. Stretching forward toward the horizon, exhaling down. Grabbing the toes or wherever you can reach. Releasing, inhaling, coming up. Exhale forward. Grabbing toes and holding. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale forward. Inhale, grab the toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, tucking your knees, tucking your pelvis a little as you come up. Exhale toward the horizon, stretching out and down. Grab your toes, inhale and hold. Release, exhale. Inhale, coming up. And last one. Exhale forward. Inhale. And release. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. And gather again. And center. This last one is going to be just raising up on the balls of your feet and up. Hands are on your hips here. Inhale up. And rock a little bit back to the heels. Now we're going to move the hands back on the lower back, below the kidneys, and do the same thing, rising up. Inhale up and exhale down. And the last hand position is hands up, kind of rounding the shoulders forward a little bit, and holding in front, opening kind of the chest, and rising up, and down. Finish, deep breath, gather in, and sink. So those are 8 pieces of brocade. Again, there's variations. I have several that I switch off between, but these are the ones I like right now. Try and, if you can do them every day, you'll start to internalize and start to remember them, try to remember, pick 1 or 2 a day that you're going to really learn, maybe work on 10, 15, 20 times. I want to finish up with demonstrating the first part of the Northern Move form for those that have been working on it, so that you can have a refresher if you haven't been doing it. Starting in where she stands. And that's our show for today. Apparently we'll be doing this for a few more weeks anyway. So I look forward to next week and doing some new exercises, maybe some flowing motions that I didn't get to today. So for now, keep safe. Have a good week.